Well, welcome, Grenada, Carrico, Peter, Monica, and the rest of the world. You know, I had to go down to the archives and pull out the well, wait, no, the Jano back in front. Anyway, you know, I had to go down to the archive to pull up my Jano. You know what I mean? Don't worry, we'll fix that when we come back. Anyway, welcome to the program, guys. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson. We are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. There's none like us. Grenada is different. We're special. You know, we're special. Not that kind of special, but another kind of special, if you know what I mean. Look, folks, anyway, this is what we call news discussed, not told. You know what I mean? We are here to discuss the news. Oh, yeah. So the Prime Minister only moments ago came from his national address. Let me put on the AC because I find it kind of getting warm. You understand? Yes, we're going to talk about that. You know, some of the highlights of his presentation. No lockdown for Easter weekend. Angry villagers show up in courthouse with placards, but not in the courthouse, but on the compound. You understand? We'll talk about that. Mass vaccination at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from Wednesday, that is today. Kite flying and aviation safety. Was that from today, actually? But anyway, we'll talk about that just now. Because they've been doing a lot of, they've been having series of mass vaccinations, you know? So anyway, we'll put it in context. RBTT workers, braved the rain and again protested today. You understand? We're going to talk about that. And Shennia Intosh has gone missing again. And we'll talk about that. Sandals, Grenada welcomes first guest of 2021. And Team Grenada defeats the US Virgin Islands in home game. Prime Minister, his address to the nation and some of the highlights. So we have that and more to talk to you about when we come back on tonight's Mikey Live. What we want to do is just take a quick break and come back shortly. All right, people? So brace all yourself now. We will be back. We got to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of the Real Value IGA Supermarket, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa. We are also brought to you through the kind compliments of the Ministry of Health. All right, so thank you guys for supporting this, the communal, everyone. We want to say thank you. All right, so folks, we're taking the break and then we are coming back. If you have not yet done so, now we'd encourage you to please go ahead and share the business.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA Online Store, where good food begins.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns. giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandals complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are food grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online, and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
That's right, so we are stopping the spread. As we continue here on tonight's Mikey Live program again, we'd like to say hello to you guys, all right? Now, the Ministry of Health and Social Security hereby informs the general public that from Wednesday, March 31st, that's the day, persons interested in getting your COVID-19 vaccine can do so at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium via Gate B. That's the main entrance that's opposite the temporary vendors market. Now, the administration of the COVID-19 vaccine takes place between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Now, to ensure the process runs smoothly, interested persons, you are encouraged to present a valid company photo ID or an official ID. And that's inclusive of NIS card, driver's license, or passport. Now, the public, you're also asked to take note that the vaccination will resume at the Radisson Beach Resort on Tuesday, April 6th, 2021. However, the Esplanade Mall vaccination site is closed. Persons, you can also contact your district health center and medical stations to schedule an appointment for the administration of your COVID-19 vaccine. All right. Now, the Grenada Airport Authority, again, boy, they're wishing to advise the general public that the flying of kites within the vicinity of the airport is prohibited. Now, prohibited areas include, but are not limited to, Caliste, Frequente, Fort Judy, St. Paul's, Montparnasse, and Montmaurice, and the vicinity of Lauriston Airport in Carriacou. Flying kites pose a serious threat to aircraft safety, as kites can be easily ingested into aircraft engines, they say, or become entangled in aircraft propellers, resulting in engine failure with catastrophic consequences to aircraft passengers and persons on the ground. The Grenada Airports Authority therefore urges the general public to cooperate towards ensuring the safety of aircraft operations into and out of the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Now, the Grenada Airports Authority will be seeking the assistance of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they say, in dealing with violators of this notice. They say that we all should play our part in making this Easter kite flying season a safe one. And of course, you know, well, Grenada always as well send out the thing to tell you that, hey, be careful, because, you know, you don't want to fly kites too close to power lines. And if for some reason the kites get entangled in the power lines, do not try to pull it down, because people need a current. You understand? And you need your life. So if it gets entangled, leave it alone. Call the helpline, call Grenada, and let them sort that out for you. Okay? Okay, so we are moving on. Today was no ordinary day for the people at the RBTT Bank again. So they've been for consecutive days protesting outside of the bank. So all they say, Grenadians afraid rain, ha! You know, well, RBTT workers ain't afraid no rain. We can tell you that, because it was raining cats and dogs today, but that did not stop them from coming out with their drums and their bottles and they beat like crazy.
What we know is that a meeting has been scheduled for 11 o'clock today between the parties. The Ministry of Labour called a meeting to try to resolve the matter. But we are outside here struggling. Rain, thunder, lightning. We will be outside fighting. Yes? And this fight is designed, as we have said, to protect the interests and the right of the Grenadian worker from the foreign banks and the foreign companies and the foreign owners who feel they could do us what they want. Right? Look at the workers. It's raining. It's raining and they're here. Watch them. It's raining. Right? And it speaks to their resolve. It speaks to how deep that means to them. Yes? So here we are. What we know is that we are struggling for what is ours. Right? I cannot predict what will happen today. We cannot predict what will happen today. But what we know is that we are going there to try to resolve the matter. There's no need for RBC, that Canadian bank, to be putting the workers through this. There are workers here who gave close to 30 years of service. There are workers who gave 20-something years of service. There are workers who gave 15 years of service. And the bank wants to take the people's money and run out with it. Right? They play down to the wire, waiting for the Antigua Commercial Bank to come in, and then they want to leave and go. But mark my word, if the Antigua Commercial Bank is listening, we will not have anything to do with you until this matter is resolved. So it is in your interest to resolve this matter. I have a very short window. You have a narrow window between now and the 6th. We will meet at any time on any condition. In the rain, in the thunder, in the lightning, we will meet to try to resolve the matter. But we shall continue to struggle for what is rightfully the workers' own. The Labour Commissioner has ruled in the workers' favour. The Minister for Labour has ruled in the workers' favour. But this is a clear indication of how these foreign companies have no regards for elected officials, because they see themselves as global companies, bigger than Grenada.
They see themselves as companies that are bigger than Grenada. Our next story, Grenada boy versus the US Virgin Islands last night did it. So, as you can see on your screen, they defeated the visitors 1-0. And the man on your screen was the lone goal scorer, Cedric Lewis. He scored that goal for Team Grenada in the 33rd minute. And of course, the US Virgin Islands, they tried and they tried and they tried. But Team Grenada was just too much for them. And of course, we were able to edge them off, you know what I mean? So we had to say big up to the entire team. You did it for us. I mean, when we lose, but when we win, you have to acknowledge your strength and perseverance. And of course, we want to say congratulations to you. We've got some more games to come, and we can only hope that, you know, you guys can do just as well. So our next away game is on June 4th against Antigua and Barbuda, and our home game is going to be on June 8th. That is against Montserrat, and that will be at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium again. All right. Okay, so we're moving on. How are we looking for time? Okay, so the next thing we have to tell you about where we're going. Shennia Intosh is once again missing. You might be familiar with this picture on your screen because she was once featured on this program. In January, in the beginning of the year, she was reported missing. Again, she's been reported missing, and the police and her family says that they need your assistance in locating her. She's only 14 years old, and she is from Koshu in St. Andrews. Now, according to this police dispatch, Shennia was last seen on Monday, March 29th at approximately 4:05 p.m. and she's about 4 feet 8 inches in height, medium built, and dark in complexion. She was last seen wearing a green top and black long pants. Anyone seeing Shennia Intosh or has any information about her whereabouts, you are asked to please contact the Grenada Police Station. The numbers are 442-7224, police emergency at 911, police hotline at 444-1958, or the nearest police station. She was missing again in January, and she was found on the 7th of January. All right, and then again, here we are, that she has gone missing. I hope, and I know how hard it will be for her family, you know, but we never really get to know what happens to those cases, what happens to people who go missing and stuff like that. We never really get to know what's going on. You know, the police never, and I don't know if they should, but I'm just saying, we never, as the public, we hear those things, but we never get to fully understand the gravity of this. Why are these young women going missing? When they go missing, where are they usually found? Is there a pattern? What can we do as citizens to get involved so that, you know, we would see less and less of these happenings? You know, what can we do? You know, I don't know, man, but I just find that, you know, just something, man, something. Sometimes you find that young ladies are crying out for help based on, and I'm not saying that's the case in this particular scenario here, but sometimes, you know, you have cases where I know of people crying out for help and so on, you know. So what can we do? You know, is there anything that we can do to help with this? Because there are just too many of it, and one case is just one too many. Yeah, let's not just get too comfortable and say, well, another one go missing again, they already go show up tomorrow. That's not good enough. Okay, we are moving on. We're getting to the premier. Oh, don't push me now. What I'm telling you? Hey, look how make me put the wrong thing on the screen. Okay, Olia. So, today, for the first time this year, team members of Sandals Grenada, they are back on the job as Grenada's only luxury all-inclusive or all-included resort. Sandals Grenada welcome guests today, You understand? They had a night session, waving the Grenada flag, you know, music, and you know, we just do it. You understand? So according to the general manager, Mr. Peter Fraser, guests are still eager to visit, and the resort is equally eager to welcome them back. Given all that's happening the world over, now more than ever, people need a getaway. And we have seen that in the steady interest to travel and the retention and flow of bookings, especially by our returning guests who have deferred their vacations to be able to come back to Sandals, Grenada. Yeah, so there's something special about us. Yeah, I mean, they say that we are so grateful for their trust in us to deliver a safe and enjoyable luxury vacation experience here in sweet Grenada. You understand? So, yeah, so yeah, man. So they open back. Yeah, understand? So we're good to go. And then, of course, we will find that more and more hotels will announce that they are resuming their operations, if you know what I mean. I mean, all this for the Prime Minister, boy. Hold on. Yeah, so Grenada's Prime Minister earlier, Dr. Keith Mitchell, today he was on TV, boy. You know, and he was talking about us something now. We are now in terms of a COVID-19 situation at a point where we are vaccinating people, and the Prime Minister wants people to be vaccinated in an address that people thought was going to address, for the most part of it, COVID-19 regulations or changes in curfew for the weekend. Ain't nothing ever so. Prime Minister spoke a lot about the teachers, the public workers, and the protest activities that they've been engaged in the past few weeks relating to their 4% increase. You know what I mean? He highlighted the fact that the public workers and so on, when people were losing their jobs, when people were not receiving any sort of income, the public workers receive their salaries, and the salaries are on time and all of that. You understand? He spoke of the teachers protesting in the middle of a global health crisis and during a state of emergency, and breaking the laws while doing so. Well, of course, you know, that ain't going on so well with the teachers. That ain't going on so well with the public workers. And so you would hear from them, I'm sure, about that. But yeah, boy, so people say anyway. People say, listen, we ain't getting no lockdown, so it's mass. Yeah, so thinking that's easy. Yeah, so anyway, so that was the gist of his presentation, more to do with the 4% demand. He said that, listen, y'all go get all the money, but just not now, because, you know, we are not getting the kind of revenue that we ought to get so that we can pay that kind of money. But rest assured that once the government is able to, then they will be receiving the money. You understand? But we're going to talk more about that in time to come. He said it will be about another 2 or 3 years for us to recover from the blow we've received in 2020. You know, the GDP, so we're paying out a lot of money, but the revenue coming in cannot sustain us. You understand? Anyway, angry villagers, we're moving on. Showed up in court today, by, well, outside the court with placards and things. Folks, I know what's going on. It's the second time I'm seeing this. There is some sort of error on some of my videos from the protest today in St. Patrick. I don't know, the devil busy. I rebuke you. You understand? Go away. Yeah, boy. So, so some of my video footage that I prepared for you from the protest is just not. I won't even attempt to show you because it just will not. It will not show up in the manner that it should. However, there were people on the scene waving placards and all those kind of things. They say they want justice, and if they don't get it, they are going to be taking matters into their own hands. That's them people's words. You understand? Quite a number of people showed up with placards today protesting at the courthouse in St. Patrick. His wife was always, Mr. Bucky's wife was also there, and she's saying that she's having a hard time coping. Bucky himself, the man who was missing and was later found in the mountains in St. Mark, he is still institutionalized because they say he's traumatized and he's having a hard time coping with the incident. and so it will be a matter of time before he gets out.
Well, for me, it's very stressful. I may looking like this, but a lot going on in my mind. I want him to come home already, but he can't come home because they're still checking him out. The lady said he's talking, but he's still a bit frightened. You know, he's still frightened. He don't pull through as yet. It will take some time. Yeah, and she said, like when he come out, she didn't want him to come back in the same house and stay. If he could get somewhere else to stay, because she don't want plenty people coming to visit him and, you know, talking about the situation and those kind of things, you know.
So where will he go?
Well, his sister, yes, but his sister said he could come over by her and spend some time in the meantime still. So
Okay,
that's where we are right now.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Now, it was one hell of a scene there today, boy. The onlookers and them, they were saying a lot of stuff, man. You know, they were complaining about how long they have been going to the police about this particular matter, about this particular individual, and there's no redress. And so they said, well, if they didn't this time get what it is that they wanted, then it was going to be, well, all mass. You understand? So yeah, boy. So unfortunately, my interviews, all the interviews and so on, it's just not showing. And I only discovered this just as the program started. You know, and these things happen when it comes to technology. You understand? But anyway, leave that dog there. Oh yeah. The next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, Delta Airlines, and that is only going to apply to some people who are interested in traveling and so on. Delta Airlines, the last US airline still blocking middle seats, will end that policy in May as air travel recovers and more people become vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, I keep getting this mixed messages relating to the COVID-19 vaccine. And so even while COVID-19 vaccines are not made mandatory in some states, some services are being prohibited by those service providers if persons are not vaccinated. And to me, that's a dangerous trend. Because take, for example, in a Grenada scenario where one vaccine is available, and where scientists and countries are keeping a microscopic eye on that particular vaccine, because they have some skepticisms because of one reason or the next. It doesn't matter the degree of skepticism or the impact that skepticism has. But people have a right to take some time to educate themselves on things. And so I don't think it's fair that they are restricted from products and services because of that skepticism. Because it's merited. You understand? It is with merit. Now, in countries where there are choices, now I can see, and not that I agree with restrictions if people are not vaccinated, not that I agree, but I could understand and I could see for those countries. But in countries where there is no option, and the only option is being scrutinized by the very people who once promoted it, then why would you penalize citizens for sharing in that skepticism or from observing? Because I know there are some situations where Grenada took observer status where they are not sure on where something is going to go, because probably it's still relatively new, it's still relatively young. Yes, and that's it, and that's within your right. Nobody wants to just jump on a bandwagon and not know where it's heading. You don't want to just jump onto anything, and to be quite honest, I don't even think it has anything to do with the vaccine itself. But a similar approach will be adopted with anything. You see a bus coming in community playing a set of music with signs saying we are the best bus and offering you juice and sandwich, you are going to be skeptical because it's new. You don't know nothing about that bus, even if they're offering you free juice and sandwich. It's only fair. It is only fair. But yet, you find people, organizations, businesses, governments are finding ways to penalize people for just taking their time to be comfortable with something. What the hell? You know what I mean? And so I think even that approach is what is driving the aggression of skepticism even more further. I tell all of that. I think you are going to get, people are going to trust you more if you say, watch now. Look, take it or leave it. If you want it, take it. If you don't want it, that's your business. But anyway, I'm taking it and I can. You understand? When you seem to want it too much, people will be skeptical. Eh? When it seems like you don't respect people's position, people are going to be skeptical. I tell you all the thing for all your own good, all your gain. You understand? You don't know, they're not book sense. They're not university sense. That is common sense. When you seem to want it too much, people will get skeptical. Just telling people, listen, we are the vaccination. If you don't want to take it, I have a business. But for me, I taking it because of the talk done. But then you tell them, if you don't take it, you go see. If you don't take it, I'll go see. Well, you go see. Anyway, I ain't coming for that. All I want to take like a break and ding now. And then when I come back, we have the weather, we have the national report, and ding, ding, ding. You don't see here. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, I said, after Prime Minister, but I speak, you see live. Watch her, live all over the place, you know. And then watch her say, you morning. You will see live, me phone blow up. This one live, that one live, that one live. Everybody has an opinion. Anyway, I really talk the two. I'm fine, Mikey. Mikey, there's a good spread there, you know. Anyway, let me take a break. We're coming back. Don't go away, we're coming.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah?
Boy, line, boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandals complex, or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen at the best price. We offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit or call us today for 14-3114-232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines will offer protection against the virus, helping to prevent death and serious illness. But how do they actually work? Like other vaccines, such as the flu shot, COVID-19 vaccines will be given with a needle. This triggers an immune response in the body, which is the body's natural way of defending itself. The vaccine will strengthen your immune system by training it to recognise and fight against the virus that causes COVID-19. Vaccines may contain either killed or weakened versions of the virus that causes the disease, or a small part of the virus, such as a protein. There is no risk that you will get the disease from a vaccine. When your immune system recognises this virus or parts of it in the vaccine as being foreign, it responds by creating memory cells and antibodies that will protect you against future infection or disease. As a result, you'll be less likely to have severe COVID-19 symptoms after a vaccination.
Are you prepared for the hurricane season? Do you have a plan? Remember, water is essential in any emergency plan. Determine your family's water needs. Ensure your storage containers are full grade and store at minimum 35 gallons of water per person per day for at least 1 week. Understand that your planning may be different this year because of the need to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. Take the necessary actions to ensure that your household has an adequate stored water supply should there be an interruption. Be prepared. NOWASA, committed to meeting customers' needs.
We are all essential in the fight against COVID-19.
At Courts, we're doing our part and we encourage you to stay at home, stay safe and shop online at www.shopcourts.com.
For added convenience, our Courts online customers will receive free delivery and get up to 20% off televisions, appliances and homewares. Plus, if you shop with Ready Finance, you will pay nothing down for 60 days. Now, you can stay home, shop online and save.
Remember, do the essential. Wear a mask, wash your hands, practice social distancing, stop the spread.
Turn up the anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Grenadian health professional working in Barbados says vaccination is critical in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Wednesday, March 31st, 2021, I am Sherian Noel. As the government of Grenada vaccination program continues, Grenadian Hazel Buckmeyer Austin, a ward sister at one of the polyclinics in Barbados, has made a clarion call for Grenadians to think seriously about getting vaccinated. Sister Buckmeyer Austin says Grenadians should not let the low number of cases on the island prevent them from taking the AstraZeneca vaccine. She says the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives globally since the start of the pandemic should serve as a reminder about the seriousness of the COVID-19.
Grenada, to me, has done extremely well in its management of the COVID-19 pandemic. We're now into our second year, as you well know, and I am, to be honest, very tired and fed up of COVID. However, it is real, very real. And as a frontline worker, we have almost no choices, not many choices, let's be honest. In Barbados, we have got community spread this disease. And even if in the beginning of the pandemic in March last year, a little bit skeptical and weren't sure what was happening, etc. We know for a fact here in Barbados, from let's say just after Christmas and certainly 2021, we have had first-hand experience with this horrible disease. So far to date, we have lost 40 people. At the beginning of the pandemic, let's say from March last year to the end to December of 2020, we had lost 7 people. And from the beginning of 2021, so far we have lost 40 people.
Sharing her own personal experience, the health professional said the recent uptick of cases in the region, along with her underlying medical issues, influenced her to take the vaccine.
I myself have suffered with cardiac disease. I had open heart surgery in 2016 and I am on the front line. So taking the vaccine was not an option for me really. I hope and pray and that a little bit of prevention is better than no prevention at all. Every day we are faced with COVID and the risk that we take and the risk that we want to bring it home to our families.
With the reopening of the economies in the region, the objective, she says, should be to achieve herd immunity, and in that, citizens must play a pivotal role.
As of Wednesday, we had 3,593 cases on the island that, since the pandemic started. We had 11 new cases, 160 in isolation. So the Barbadian public has really accepted the vaccinations, and we rolled out about 3 weeks ago. No, it's more than 3 weeks now. We rolled out around the 11th of February. So it's maybe about 6 weeks now, and we do not have enough. The response has been overwhelming. We, the public health nurses, and the other staff nurses, the nurses in general, we had by the third week or second to third week, had done close to 50,000 vaccines. And we just do not have enough vaccines to give the population. So we have vaccinated in all 62,765 people. You would know that the population in Barbados is very high compared to us in Grenada, but we are no different than anybody else.
The Ministry of Health on Wednesday began a mass vaccination program at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. It continues on Thursday. Moving along, the $4.7 million expansion project at the Presentation Brothers College is now 50% complete. A new 3-story building is being added to the existing structure as part of the expansion project. Details in this story by Annette Moore, Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Education.
The expansion at PBC is part of the Grenada Education Enhancement Project, GEEP, which is funded by the Caribbean Development Bank and contracted to Kenny's Equipment and Trucking Services. The scope of work includes the construction of a multi-science block and refurbished retaining wall. Project engineer for the supervising firm VICAB Engineering Consultants Limited, Dwayne Noel, gave more details on this.
The project itself is the construction of a 3-story building, right, of which 2 stories would be used for school purposes. The accommodations would be for building tech lab, technical drawing lab. There's also a component for a multi-science lab, and within that they're going to have, or we're going to have, build their storeroom facility, washroom facility, and well, for the case of the multi-purpose lab, we're also going to have living materials storage.
Noel says that once challenges with the laying of the building foundation was resolved, work progressed quickly.
The building got most of the attention, but in terms of the actual construction, the foundations, they spent a significant time there because, there were some challenges, that they had to overcome, and they eventually did overcome those challenges. And since overcoming them, they've been able to move forward to get the other pieces done. I mean, right now, you can see that they're working on the roof structure, right? They have done some priming to the first floor, right? Ground floor. And they have done a lot of the rendering both internally and externally. The second part of it is there is a component for rehabilitation of retaining wall. What is noted is the retaining wall generally in this area, they were built many years ago, many moons ago, and they are stone structures. They were not designed for the current situation, the current loads that are exhibited on these walls, and in many cases we have seen failures. So as part of this project, what we are doing is rehabilitating a portion of the wall. That portion is very close to the existing school, because we see it as very important for the long-term functionality of the school. We want to get the retaining wall works done during the dry season as opposed to the rainy season to avoid any sort of catastrophic failures.
The project is also providing employment for many Grenadians. Noel noted that the contractor has already engaged more than 50 workers, both male and female, from around the island. Work on the project began in May 2020 and is expected to conclude in May 2021. Noel is also satisfied with the current pace of work and believes the contractor will meet the deadline for completion.
It is important to mention that although it is just over 50%, a lot of the works that are being done now can be done simultaneously. Noting the constraints, that the site is very tight, there's not much area for storage and so on. I can say that the contractor has worked diligently, has worked to achieve the required goals.
For the National Report, I'm Annette Moore.
Thank you, Annette. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Hey, are you gonna wear your mask today? You see everywhere you go, there are rules you got to follow, so don't you say COVID-19 will delay. Take the opportunity to save your community. put a mask on your face if you're heading outside. It's your life, my life, more lives will be taken if we don't try. If you feel any symptoms, call the hotline. Stay inside until you feel fine. 6 feet away every day. Keep COVID-19 far from away. Keep Grenada safe. Be COVID-19 smart.
Welcome back. The Division of Sports in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government will facilitate an 8-day Easter holiday recreational sports coaching program in an effort to revive sporting engagement for young people in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The Division of Sports feels it's necessary to engage young sporting enthusiasts in Carriacou who have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Senior coach in the Ministry of Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs and Local Government, Sebastian Steele, outlines what will be covered.
We're looking to do the kiddies cricket coaching because the foundation, the grassroots, is fundamental and is the key to the development of cricket. So we're going to focus on the kiddies cricket program where we are targeting the children between 8 to 12 years, both male and female, who are desirous of enhancing their ability in that sport. Then we're looking at netball. We want to do the netball program for the young primary school children. Once again, it's a start and it's a foundation process. We also do athletics, both track and field. And we want to give them the exposure both on the track and on the field. So the coaches will work on basic fundamental techniques in the track, and also in the field events throws. And we're looking at the field events throws as javelin, discus, shot put, and shot put. And also we're also going to be doing the sport of boxing. Myself would be doing the sport of boxing, and we already have a cadre of youngsters who are part of a program, and just so we want to enhance and extend that program into the Easter community coach, Easter sports recreational coaching program.
He said that the Division of Sports is committed towards the development of all sporting disciplines.
As a division in the Ministry of Carriacou and the Division of Sports, we are definitely committed because the development of sports is very instrumental and critical for the development of a human being. And sports plays an integral role in the total development of the youngsters, both male and female. And we are committed to ensure that each and every discipline has an opportunity for the young sporting personnel to have a chance to develop on their talent. So we are committed to ensure that there is sustainability in every discipline across Carriacou and Petite Martinique.
And with that story, we come to the end of the national report for Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Thank you very much, Sharian. And let's take a look at the weather and see what's happening there. So today is Wednesday, and we had a bit of shower this morning. Tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be about 24.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east northeasterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 9 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. And let's big up a few people on the program. So we see we have a lot of first-time viewers again. Well, somebody licked the nudes. Fine. For the past week, let's say about 2 weeks, we have had a lot of first-time viewers. And of course, yeah, we ain't complaining. We like all here, the usual suspects too. You want to big up all it too. Big up all yourself. All right. So we see we have Ezra, Ala, Della, Shireen, Khadija, Smart, Avril, Doris, Roland, Cynthia, Michelle, Zaka, Shermin, Doris again, Shireen, and my mom, Linton, Meryl, Adonna, Vicky, Java, and everyone. We want to say thank you for watching, and may God richly bless you and the family. All right, guys. Angel, I see that you're there as well. Osric, yeah, man, big up yourself. All right, Osric, big up. Zaka. Sometimes, it's like you guys have no idea. When I see the same names coming up a lot of time, it's like you guys, I really appreciate you, man. Brenda, I see you're there as well. Delaris, Khadija, we're going cuddle now. Outside call, hey, company, cuddle. Celine, how are you? Kireen, Samantha. Hey, Khadija, girl, I've been so busy. So we're gonna link up for me to collect that stuff, right? Alright, don't worry yourself. Wendy Ann, Allah. Child mother. Allah, if you're my child mother, that means I have to breed. Yeah, I mean, and then in my friend wife. Yeah, I mean, you trying to break up my friendship? Yeah, I don't do my brethren, so yeah. Leave me out that I want, yeah? Not that kind of guy. Raven, Cassie, Cindy, Eunice, Noreen, Jane, Andre. If you want to be child mother, you have to be child mother you can't be child mother in partner, you have to be child mother in whole. You understand? And like trouble. So, lady that talk. You know what I mean? Yeah. When you lie and it's asleep, you shouldn't wake him. Brittany, Kimo. Who else? Yeah, see holiday. Jen, yeah, Jen, do you? Alright, so everybody, all big up on yourself. Deborah, I see you there too, Deborah, big up yourself. All the loyal people. Sharon, Cassie, you wanna go? Alright, so we good? I said, when the lion is asleep, you shouldn't wake him. Kimo, big up yourself. Who remembers? The other day I was actually able to, I made it through 2 verses of my 1994 Calypso song that got us the Junior Calypso Monarch. I can remember at the age of 9, my grandmother died. But before she died, she called me to her side and gave me this advice. She said, my son, I know you are very young. There's little things I want you to learn, so that when you become a man, you will know what is right from wrong. So I sit down and I listen Granny quite carefully. These were the words that she said to me. My son, my son, my son, when you grow up to be a man, be obedient and have tolerance. My son, a man is never too big to learn. You must try to do good to people. In return, they will be good to you. Never laugh at the next man's trouble, 'cause today is he, tomorrow could be you. Don't rejoice at the next man's sorrow. There's little things, my son, I want you to know. For what don't meet you today, my son, could meet your children tomorrow. Woo, yeah. I'll try to remember the next verse tomorrow, God's willing, and maybe I'll give you that as a gift for your Easter. Okay, all right, guys. So anyway, yeah, that was just a little sample for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we touch base tomorrow, God's willing. I'll give you verse number 2. All right, guys. Yeah. Anyway, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja! No! All the best. God bless you. And remind me for the second verse tomorrow. Remind me.